Hey, what's going on? TGIF. Thank God it's Friday, but I'm always thanking God for every day. I know you can recognize this building behind me. I'm here standing at the Legislative Assembly grounds of Ontario. Last time I was standing here, it was cold and it was raining 5 months ago on the 11th of April. You don't know. I was expecting crowd of supporters to be standing here with me on that day, but there were 11 people who stood in support of calling on the Ontario government to implement uh, laws and legislation to put an end to permissible anti Black racism. Here I am standing today. Um, no crowd behind me because this was an unplanned random visit to the Legislative Assembly grounds of Ontario. And I'm getting ready. We are getting ready because a national coalition has been formed. It's called the Coalition to Abolish Anti Black Racism in Canada. And we're getting ready to unite various organizations, including Black People United for Change, the Ottawa Transformative Justice, the African Diaspora News Channel. We have doctors that will be speaking, various organizations. We are planning to gather on the Hill in Ottawa, the Parliament Hill, to amplify our voices and demand change in legislation to abolish and also eradicate anti Black racism in Canada. So, the four key elements we'll be focusing on is to stop criminalizing mental health for Black Canadians, to remove the inequities contained in the Employment Equity Act. You don't know. Also, to put real justice in the Canadian justice system, and to ring the bell for inclusion, diversity, and the removal of marginalization in our Canadian education institutions. So, from the Legislative Assembly grounds to Parliament Hill, I'm hoping you guys will be there and stand with us. If you can't be there in the physical, then say a prayer. But it is time that we stand together as one. I'm not saying just Black faces, but every Canadian who believes in justice, you're welcome to be there and stand with us. So it started off with 11 people right here on these very grounds a few months ago, and we've taken it up another notch straight up to the House of Commons. You done know. We got 622 signatures that certified the national petition, which will be tabled in by federal MP Gord Johns. Either the 15th or the 16th, but don't worry, either the 15th or the 16th of September. Don't worry, we will update you and keep you in the loop. You done know. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "I have a dream." I stand here today as one of his sisters living that dream. You may think, what does that have to do with Canada? It has a lot to do with it. This is where the story started. We were taken from the shores of Africa and dispersed across the world to Europe, the Caribbean islands, the US of A. But we all started from one place, so we are connected. You might think that we're being, excluding other nationalities, but Sister Harriet Tubman decided to be a princess warrior and free the captured slaves from the plantations in the US and bring them over here to Canada. So the US and Canada, yeah, we are connected, and we're connected to Africa too. Along her way, along the journey on the Underground Railroad, there were Quakers, white folk, that gave her shelter, food, protected her from the overseers and slave catchers. So you see how we're all connected? So that big connection, we're going to stand together on September the 18th on Parliament Hill. You done know. When Biggie Smalls was saying it was all a dream, I wasn't reading Word Up magazine, you don't know. But I do believe in dreams, because dreams can become a reality. I'll see you in the capital of Canada on September the 18th. Until then, be blessed, you don't know.